people, so welcome back to my channel as well as to my second video. So I believe you have learned something from my first video and you have understood the basics of quilling. So today, before getting into my this 3D art piece, as you can see, I will be showing how you can do 3D art pieces and all. So before getting into that, I would like to talk about or rather mention about the things which you can use for quilling other than authentic quilling strips and quilling tool. Like a lot of people, they don't have quilling strips and quilling tool. So what you can use is, I hope that you can have, like, if you have scrapbooks or each one of us have newspapers, right? So the old newspapers, you can cut out strips from the newspapers, just like as you can see I have cut out strips from the newspapers, okay? And so these newspapers strips will be basically your quilling strips, and instead of your, this is the authentic quilling tool. So you can always, you know, DIY your quilling tool or anything. So basically you have to make something which will mimic this. Now I will show you one thing. I have used a toothpick, okay, because toothpick is quite strong, and so this is the toothpick, okay. So basically it was like this. The toothpick has a sharp edge at this part, but you need to cut it into half. So basically you have to cut in half, or maybe at this region, the middle portion, which is a bit thick, okay. So you have to cut it out, and then you have to use a strong scissors, strong pair of scissors, I must say, okay, because this is really, you know, hard. So for that you can use a really like the sewing scissors or something like that, and you have to cut it into half so that it mimics this region, you know, this region. And then for your grip, what you can do is you can take any pen, like this is a normal dot pen which I've used, and luckily I've got this, you know, there's this hole. So here comes your homemade quilling needle, okay. So this, in this way, as I have shown you, and here comes your newspaper strip, which is basically gonna be your quilling strip. So in that way, see how it works. So you have to place it here just like you use there, and just keep it rolling, just like I've shown you in my first video. But here, you know, this the people, this is I'm talking about for the people who do not have the quilling strips and an authentic quilling tool. Don't worry, you can always make things for yourself and then pull it out and see, you get the coil. It's just the same, right? So yeah. So now when you're ready with your, you know, as I've shown you, this tool, you can do it this, like it will take just 5 minutes, and you can cut out some newspaper strips as well, okay. So this is I'm talking about the people who are not having the quilling strips and the needle, and also the people who are having your quilling strips and needle. You can, you know, participate in this, and maybe we can create an art piece together. So yeah, so basically today I'm going to show how, okay, so in the previous video I've shown you how you can make tight coils, loose coil, and also the second shape, if you remember, if you've seen my video at all. So that was a teardrop, right? So I will help you create a 3D art piece. Let's see what we can create. I won't mention what we are creating, but it's a 3D art piece, and so with the teardrop shape we'll create this 3D art piece. So let's begin with our work. So for a 3D art piece, now let's start with the base. What we are going to do, that is, what I have done is, this is an authentic quilling strip which I have used. So this is this long, okay. So I've cut this quilling strip into 4 pieces, okay, 4 small pieces, and obviously this is of equal lengths. So let's see, let's start making the shapes to begin with our quilling, okay. So let's start. As I've shown you in my previous video how you can quill, okay. So this is how you are getting your first coil. You can see, right, this is a tight coil. So loosen it a bit, and then what you need to do is you need to put gum. Okay, and taper it this side, so you get a teardrop, right? So in the creation of this 3D art piece, you just need teardrop shapes only. So I just made this teardrop shapes. Okay, so getting into the top level, you need the base first. So how you will create the bases? This is, since it's a 3D art piece, so I'm not going to stick anything on paper, but I will stick this teardrop shapes with each other. So so let's see what we are making. So first base, it will be a flower shape. So let's see how you can make a flower shape. So the teardrop shapes should be stuck with each other. So I'm placing it, so I'm sticking the gum here so that it gets stuck here. Okay, sticks here. You can keep it here down so you can give a proper shape to your flower, since you know, yeah. Since you've stuck it just now, so it's basically a bit tough to adjust the shape, but don't worry, when it's stuck totally, it won't move a bit also. Okay, so basically this is your first level. You get a flower with your teardrop shapes, right? Now let's begin with the second level. Second level, what you will do is, as you can see, these in-betweens, in-betweens also you have to stick the second layer of teardrop shapes, like this, okay? So after I have stuck this second layer of teardrops, my third layer of, not really third layer, but the second layer, but the teardrops will be stuck in this way. Okay, now since it's a 3D shape, now something like this, if you bend it this way, so see, you get a 3D pattern, right? So you have to fill these in betweens as well. So how you can fill is, you can fill the teardrops by sticking it in this way, but by keeping in mind that you don't stick it in this way, like don't flatten it and stick, but stick it in this manner. Okay, stick it in this manner so that you know you get this shape. Okay, as you can see, take this and stick it like it's standing. Stick it this way. Okay, similarly you have to stick all the second layer of teardrops in this way. You have to stick it in that way, exactly like that way. Okay, so just have showed you that how to fill your, so this is the first layer. As you can see, this is the first layer, 1 2 3 4 5 6. This is the first layer and this is the second layer, as you can see. So basically what you need now, you take the strip, okay, this orange strip, that long strip. Now what you need to do is to fill in this areas, these areas you need to fill, right? These in betweens now you need to fill. So since previously for these shapes, as you were cutting your orange, this strip into 4 pieces, but now since you need a bigger teardrop shape, so you will cut down your this big orange strip into only two pieces. Okay, just 2 pieces. So and then you will make another teardrop, loosen it, it should be a big one, so loosen it, stick it, and here comes your bigger size teardrops. So I have again 6 set of teardrops, as you can see. Okay, now let's see how you can fill the last set. Okay, so now what you need to do is you need to stick here. So how you can do is you can fill it in this manner. You can fill it in this manner, right? So let's start sticking it this way. as you see. Just see, look at this. You stuck it in this way, right? Similarly, you have to stick all of them like that in the same way. So after sticking all of them, as you see, every layer has, you can see, 6 sets of teardrops. So now if you see, this is the first layer, this is the second layer with different ways of teardrops stuck, and this is the last layer with a bigger size of the teardrop, as I showed you how you can make the bigger size of the teardrop. And you have to definitely stick it in a raised way, as you can see the ways it is stuck. It looks like a bowl, right? So for the ones who have used newspaper strips and your homemade needle, I have also made a newspaper bowl as well. I will show it to you. Here comes the newspaper bowl, as you can see. Also, these are really strong. It won't open. Okay, it's really strong and has good supports and everything. And you can keep, like, I have kept my rubber bands here, as you can see. Okay, so you can keep anything like this. So here goes your 3D bowls. I hope you enjoyed this video, and people who have participated in this video starting from the very base level to the last level, you will definitely get a bowl like this. Okay, come to the end of the video, but at the end I just want to mention this, is please subscribe to my channel, and so that you can get the future updates of what more different things I can come up with, and I can entertain you. But at the end of the day, in this lockdown, just stay at your home, and at the end, yeah, happy quilling and a very big thank you.